Hello. Thought I would talk a little bit about my day and talk about a day in the life of a realtor or a real estate broker, as I am, and kind of share with you guys a little bit about what my days are actually like in reality. One day maybe I'll try to videotape myself as the day is going by, and then you can kind of see visually, but as I'm about to describe, you may understand that it would be somewhat difficult for me to do that, and it would be easier to have someone tag along and videotape me as it's going. But in case you're curious about the kind of mileage or appointments and what I might do in a given day, let's see. I woke up at about 6 a.m., woke my kids up at about 6:30. Hello. And then from there, I took them to school, which takes about an hour to go back and forth. And upon return, I had to take these guys for their walk. So I took this guy on his own walk, and then I ran my other two dogs, the big dogs, because they need to be run about 2 miles, which I do on my rollerblades. And then I had to do some research for some properties that I was about to be showing later today, and also had to make some phone calls and text messages to try to coordinate the showings, of course, last minute, of those properties. And since I've been gone all day long, the dogs are vying for my attention and would also like to play some more, even though I gave them some attention earlier today before I left to do the hard work of the day. And then I had already driven from Long Beach to South Redondo Beach and back. And while I was in Redondo Beach, I also visited my favorite French cafe, the Sweet Wheat Bakery, and picked up a couple items for the day, which are valuable to have, especially throughout the day, because it needs snacks. And then I also made a quick stop at the bank as well. Dropped off my daughter and dropped off my son. Ran those two errands with my son in between because their schools don't start at the same time. And then from there, like I said, I came back home, took care of the dogs, ran them all, made some phone calls, did some appointments, and then at about 11:15, needed to make sure I changed my clothes again and then get ready to get on the road. So I had to prep for some more snacks and get some drinks ready because I knew I was going to be on the road for a while. And then I proceeded to go from Long Beach to Tarzana, which is in the valley, next to Encino or Sherman Oaks, for those of you that don't know the valley even all that well. And that took about an hour drive for me to show a commercial property. It showed a commercial property in Tarzana. Then I proceeded to and met the clients there. Met an agent there as well who showed us the property and was nice enough to show it to us. And that was the appointment that we had set up in advance. But once I knew I was going there, as of last night at approximately 8 p.m., I started to try to coordinate some other showings since I knew I was going to be all the way out in the valley. And so that's what I spent the rest of my time in between doing, and was successfully able to coordinate another showing of another commercial building over in Studio City area, and right by Universal Studios. And so I had to take the 101 across the 405, which is always traffic no matter what time of day, and then went there, met another agent there, showed another property, checked that out. That one was, I think, better than the first one, which was glad we had set that appointment. Then needed to proceed to go back to the same city I had already been in, Tarzana, in the valley, so I had to cross the 405 on the 101 again, and sit through some more traffic to get back to where I had started from, but I hadn't eaten yet, so I stopped at my favorite deli, Mort's Deli, which I've shot a YouTube video about. You should check it out. Delicious turkey club. And refueled, and then went ahead and then had to show some residential property, some beautiful property also in Tarzana, ironically. But since I knew I was going to be out there, I coordinated the day appropriately And then after that appointment, proceeded to head home, which took another hour and a half or so of driving in rush hour traffic, the 101 back to the 405, all the way back to north area of Long Beach in the 710 freeway. And of course, today was a Tuesday, so it had a healthy amount of traffic. And then I've arrived home, at which point now I've talked to many more clients on the road back and forth, as well as hearing from an escrow that an escrow closed, which is nice, during all of this. So that's always good news. And then now that I'm back home, while I'm making this video for you just now, another message came in, and that is most likely in relation to setting up some contracts and maybe some offers for some of the properties that we had shown. But first, Snoopy insists that we keep playing. So, in case anybody is wondering, now we're going to have a little dinner. Luckily tonight, my Ariel is nice enough to help me out. That's why she just stopped by to let me know dinner's ready. And I'm going to go eat a little something more, and then probably do some more talking on the phone for a while, and send a bunch more text messages. Hopefully send out some offers. Maybe have to go back there again to look at one of the, or two of the properties again tomorrow. And of course, maybe some other options in case these options don't go through. In addition to answering the phone and handling any of the business for some of my other clients that I may, be working with as we speak. So, anyways, that in a nutshell is, after I think about 6 minutes of description, what just, a typical busy day is for me and for the life of a real estate broker. Just in case any of you are curious, what we do, and then I will be in bed probably around midnight, and we'll start it all over again at 6 in the morning. I'll probably wake up once or twice throughout the night, and we'll see how that goes. Anyways, broker extraordinaire Matthew Hoffman. Until the next time.